Well, good Sunday morning to you. Chris Hare here, the world champion crypto cowboy, bringing you an update on ICP. It's been a few days, but we hit some resistance, so I figured I'd circle back around. And what a run it had. I told you it was going to. And now here we are looking for where we're going to find support and probably make another run. Well, we're going to go ahead and go over the whole thing today. We're going to go over the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, and the weekly charts. We're going to figure out exactly where we're going to bounce and then how far we're going to go. So you're going to want to stick around to the end of the video. It's full of information and it's going to be really good. But we'll start off here with my trade wins. I'll show off. We took a SUI short yesterday. It was up a little more, about 50%. It's kind of doing a retest, but I think it's going to come back down quite a bit more. 35% profit on that. Another trade, 135% on XRP. AVAX, 142. And then my prize, 146%. 1,146% on Bitcoin. Our entry was about 87,000. I put all these signals in the crypto school. We have absolutely printed over the last 2 or 3 weeks. But if you want to come on over, the link is in my description. And if you need an exchange to trade on, Blowfin is absolutely amazing. I do 90% of my futures trading on it. But the first 300 registered users that use my link get a $10 voucher. So you're going to want to get over there and get it started. And each new user gets VIP1 for 30 days. And there's a bunch of big deposit bonuses for futures. Go ahead and check that out. You can pause the video if you want to read into it a little more, but the link's in my description and they'll go into full detail with it as well. Moving on to the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. We're currently at a 50. This measures market sentiment. It tells us if people are scared or if they're greedy, what's going on. We have been holding steady right here. We did go up into greed briefly and then pulled right back down as soon as we hit those resistance marks. But I think that's healthy. If we would have just kept running and gone up into extreme greed, I would think this move's probably closer to done. But the market's doing everything it should the way it should. So I'm pretty optimistic right now. But we'll go ahead and pull up an altcoin season index. We're at a 35. It's not alt season yet. It did come up. We were about 31, came up to 35, but last week we were all the way up to almost to 60. I think there's some signs of life showing. Altcoins are at a bear market low. They've been in a bear market for a year. And I think it's just time for some relief. How far that is yet to be determined, but I think they're significant. But we'll go on out to the liquidation heat map. This is what market makers use to track your liquidity. That's why this market seems so manipulated. They chase your liquidation points on your short and long trades, and that's how they move the market. So everything above price action is a short trade. Everything below price action is a long trade. Cumulative totals on the shorter range, we've got about $4.31 million worth of shorts on the books compared to about 8.46 million. So the imbalance is clearly to the downside. You guys have figured it out. We're pulling back, but we'll go ahead and get into the charts. We'll figure out exactly what's going on and how it's going to happen. I do post all these charts in the crypto school. You'll also find the link to that in my description. Like I said, I've been posting signals over there. We have done extremely well, just absolutely printed on everything we've touched. It's been a really, really good couple of weeks. But come on over and hang out with us. You'll have direct access to me along with a lineup of amazing coaches. Super Sunday today. We did a live Super Sunday. We do them every Sunday at about 12:30 Central Time, so Texas time. And man, they are absolutely informative. Crypto Moses was absolutely amazing today with all the other coaches. Man, you really had a good handle of what's going on in the markets. But enough about that. Let's get into ICP. Let's figure out what's going on. Topped out here right around 481. I told you we'd probably come up to that weekly 50 simple moving average and reject it, and that's exactly what we did. That's not a bad thing, guys. That's healthy. What was interesting is the Crusader signal that I promote. I told you to DC out of the A out of this all the way up, and when it hit that sell strength 4, it went down. So if you took a long down here at about 305, you took profit here, you took profit here, you took your final take profit here. Even if you put your stop loss below the 50 simple moving average on the hourly, you made an absolute ton of money. But where do we go from here? Well, we're losing these 50 moving averages now. I'm not surprised. What I think we'll probably do is we'll come down and retest this daily 50 smooth moving average. I don't think that's the stop. I think we're going to come on down to this 618786, probably around 372 to 343. The only reason I think we might bounce off of that daily 50 is the last move was really strong. So we'll see. We're right in that half range now, but I think it's going to want to come down just a little more. If we do lose this 618, the daily 50 simple moving average sits at about 332. I think that's your last line of support. But we'll get out to the 4-hour chart and then you can really see what's going on. I've been telling you all along, we're on a bottom. We're on a bottom. We're on a bottom. I kept telling you. I've told you for about 2 months that I thought we were headed on a bottom and we were getting ready to move up, and that's exactly what we've done. We reclaim this 4-hour retracement zone. We've lost it now, but it's a healthy move. You've got a fair value gap sitting right below this daily 50 at about 376. My retracement zone was about 354, so I think that's a realistic place to bounce. Where do we go from there? Well, I think we got to work on up. We get over this weekly 50 simple moving average, retest it. Then I think we're off to the races and we're going to move up pretty significantly. Your next big line of resistance is going to be about 628, where the weekly 50 smooth moving average sits. What I figure is you'll probably get a rejection there. Get a retest, maybe back into this retracement zone or just to the top of it. Head on up to this 618, 786, 716 to 836. And if we can hold this, maybe come down, retest this weekly 50, maybe 546, and start moving up again, which is I think is realistically going to happen. 1185 to 1433 are going to be your next targets. That's a significant move. That's about a 3x from here. Looking at the daily chart, you can see, like I've said, this is back January 2025. We've been in a pullback ever since. We had this big pump that happened right here around the 1st of November. Got everybody excited, and I told you I think we're going to come down, and that's exactly what we did. Found support at 279, and we've worked up from there. We're over both of our 50 moving averages. That's bullish. What I think we're going to do is come down and retest. Like I said, I'm sounding like a broken record, about 385, and then we're going to work up. The daily golden zone sits 657, 675 to 810. Realistically, I think that's where we go. From there, I have questions. It's going to be contingent upon what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin can get over that 618, 786 at about 105 to 112. I think we've got an opportunity to go higher. There's also the possibility, and this is the outlier, that Bitcoin retreats and altcoins keep going. Bitcoin dominance looks like it's really ready to tank. It really looks like it wants to go down to about 51 to 47%. If it does that, that means 51 to 53%, 49 to 53% of total crypto is in altcoins, and they're not going to want to care what Bitcoin does. They're going to do what they want. $12 to $14.87 is that target. Moving out to the weekly, it lines up. The extensions sit at $12.11 to $14.91. There's an outlier here of about $23. We'll play that day to day. That's a long way down the road. That may be getting into late summer. But I think there's a significant run on the table. This weekly 50 smooth moving average, it's going to be our line in the sand at 627. We get over that and retest it, guys. I think these extensions are probable. 1211 to 1491. Then once we get there, we'll figure out exactly what's going to happen. It's a long way to go. We got a long time to get there. So we're not going to get in a hurry. We're going to play this move day to day, week to week. We're just going to take our time. I'm going to circle back around on these videos, and I'm going to give you some more targets. You can see they're working out. We're doing good. We're making money. But I'm going to wrap it up with that. I've got a few more videos coming out for you today on some altcoins because I think they're really strong, and I think you guys need to know what's going on. But I'm going to wrap it up here. I got some work to do out on the ranch today. It's pretty cold in Texas, about 30 degrees, and the wind's blowing about 20, so it's pretty brutal. I'll wrap it up right here. My name's Chris Hare, the World Champion Crypto Cowboy. I really appreciate you guys watching. See you down the road.